Well, Nier, it looks like I've won. What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla King of the Monsters news and updates. Chapter time is in the description below. So starting out here, we got some art. The first piece comes to us from Group It Sign on Twitter. This one's a pretty cool, pretty colorful Rodan vs. Ghidorah art piece based off the recent Godzilla King of the Monsters teaser trailer that we've broken down on the channel, so go check out the breakdown for it if you want. Yeah, I really like the colors with it. Our next art piece is Diddy Kane's Rodan Volcano piece. This is awesome. I love it. I love all the Rodan volcano imagery. That is going to be such a cool sequence to see in the trailer. I'm so excited for it. I don't know why I said the trailer. Yeah, we've already seen it in the trailer. I mean the movie. I can't wait to see it in the movie. The next one's a collab between someone named Russ Cassidy and Aaron Dwyer. It is a Godzilla King of the Monsters kind of poster-esque thing. It's an art piece, but it's kind of done in the poster format, featuring our four Toho boys, Godzilla, Rodan, Ghidorah, and Mothra. And then, well, you got the Argo Jet on here. I just noticed that, which is really cool. And all four of those monsters just look amazing. They did such a good job on it. But you also have the big spider legs and the spiky horned kaiju that's under the ground. That's pretty funny. They're making little cameos in here just like they do in the trailers. We'll talk a lot more about those two kaiju at the very end of this video because we got some news regarding them. GNA is just amazing. The new pieces GNA released, I'm in love with. One of them is Godzilla Earth's face in front of the moon. It's beautiful. I don't know how he does it. He's so good. And then the next one is Godzilla 2019 in front of the moon. Again, it just looks beautiful. It's so detailed. The moon, it looks awesome. GNA is so good. I will never get sick of showing off GNA art on this channel. Christopher Shy is someone whose art we've shown off a few times on the channel in the past, and I didn't even always realize it. I only realized it like one time. But the SDCC poster for Godzilla King of the Monsters, which also means the Tokyo Comic-Con poster and the LA Comic-Con poster, those were all apparently done by Christopher Shy, who extended the poster to include Mothra. He flipped the image of Godzilla and Ghidorah fighting and extended it on to show Mothra flying in the clouds. I would expect another expansion to this art piece in a little bit that will show Rodan. I would imagine it takes a long time to do this. It looks really good. I think it looks awesome. I do kind of prefer the shorter version of it, the smaller version. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I do prefer the smaller version. But I do think this is really cool. Great artwork, super detailed. Ghidorah looks massive and awesome. It's really cool. Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2 has been uploaded to YouTube with 4K and it's 60 frames per second. I have a link down below. You can't really tell the difference between the 4K and the HD. I've tried multiple times to see the difference, and there's not too much of a difference. And I have a 4K monitor, so I can tell. And the 60 FPS, you guys know on this channel, I hate 60 FPS. I think things look cinematic when they're between 24 to 30 frames per second. I'm not a fan of the 60 FPS look. I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal of it. It just doesn't look good to me. Everything looks like it's sped up and cheap. But if you're one of those guys that loves 60 FPS 4K stuff, there you go, down below. Now NECA, all right, NECA. Can we stop here for a minute? I maintain my position. Listen to what I say. I maintain the position that down the line we will get a King Ghidorah from NECA. That's just what I believe, and I will refuse to believe anything but that. It would make sense. They would make a lot of money off Ghidorah. It makes sense. But down the line means down the line. Whether it be this year, next year, 5 years from now, I don't know. I feel like probably towards the end of this year or next year. Point is, we gotta stop harassing NECA because it's just ridiculous. There's petitions to get Ghidorah as a NECA figure. There's just so many people harassing them on Twitter that they've had to respond dozens of times saying, no, Ghidorah is not in our 2019 lineup. We're not doing Ghidorah 2019 right now. It's ridiculous, guys. You gotta leave them alone. Be grateful for what we're getting because we're getting amazing NECA figures for Godzilla King of the Monsters. We don't need everything in the world. I just think it's a bit disappointing to see how mean people have gotten about the topic. If you really want a Ghidorah, there's like a million other variants you could go with. You've got Bandai, you can build your own. There's Jakks Pacific, there's that weird Japanese toy company. Maybe Sega will do something, who knows? Probably X Plus eventually down the line, like 10 years from now, I don't know. And then there's SH Monster Arts. Being realistic here, Monster Arts is going to produce the better Ghidorah figure anyways, so you might as well just get it. I mean, if you're like that obsessed with Ghidorah that you're like, I'm going to make a petition to get Neca to make a Ghidorah. If you want him that badly, saving up $200 is not the worst thing that you can do. It really doesn't take that long. Maybe you need to save up some birthday and Christmas money, do some extra chores around the house. I don't know. I don't know how you make money, but it's ultimately the SHMA one's going to be the superior one in the long run anyways. It's going to have better articulation. We know that. The paint will probably be better. The sculpt will probably be better. And again, I'm not trying to bash on Neca here, because I think what Neca is doing is absolutely amazing. Their 2019 lineup looks like the greatest lineup of Godzilla figures they've ever done. Their quality is only improving over these past few years, and I just can't wait to see what they do next. I'm super excited to get my hands on all their new figures. I'm super excited about all that Neca stuff, but I also recognize that Monster Arts is another alternative, and it's also a good alternative. I don't know. I think it's kind of ridiculous to harass Neca about this topic any more than we've already done. And I say we because I group the community in. I'm not saying like, we, because I've been part of it. I haven't tweeted them about it. I know Godzilla 154 has been maintaining my position, which is like, yeah, they'll probably do it down the line, but he's also not harassing them about it. We got to stop harassing them about it. The community. It's a bit sad. They're like, we can't talk about this. They said that. They're on Twitter. They're like, we can't talk about this anymore because it's just ridiculous. Poor guys. Speaking of Ghidorah figures, let's talk about Bandai. We have new HD pictures of our Bandai figures. We got our Bandai Godzilla 2019. That one's really cool, I guess. I mean, it's not my favorite of the bunch. Ghidorah is. Their Ghidorah looks awesome. I changed my mind about it. I think I said before that the Jakks specific Ghidorah is my favorite low-end Godzilla figure for Ghidorah. It's not. This one is. I like this one much better than the Jakks specific one, although they do look very, very similar. Bandai Mothra and Rodan just look so bad, though. The Mothra, I don't know why. Why is it black? Why does she have black wings? Mothra doesn't have black wings in the movie, or at least not this much black on the wings. There's a little bit of black on her wings, sure, but it's not this black. I think everything about this figure looks bad. I don't like the sculpt, especially not in the HD up close images. I think that again, it just looks like she's sprawled out in a weird yoga pose. She doesn't look menacing. It doesn't look like she's going to be able to stand up. She's going to be permanently on her belly. The brown texture of it looks weird. The white head looks weird. There's too much black also. It's just so much black. It just doesn't look like Mothra to me. I'm not a fan of this figure. And then Rodan, what is this? At least they got the coloration right, okay? They got the red and they have the fiery wingtips, which is all right. They're one of the few companies that bothered with that. But the sculpt is just bad. It's like they tried to redo the Final Wars sculpt, but it just didn't work. His tail is too long, so it's just a big block. His body is a big block. It's a big rectangle. There's no definition to it because there's no split between his legs and his tail. The wings connect to his legs weird. The head is ridiculous. The neck is so long. The eyes are like frowning and it looks like his head's scrunched back. It looks really bad. I don't know what they could have done differently with this figure, but they could have done something. They should have followed the Jakks Pacific route and just done what Jakks Pacific did with Rodan, because I really like the Jakks Pacific Rodan. What was that you were saying about Jakks Pacific, D-Man? Oh yeah, they released a whole bunch of new HD images of their figures. We got a new look at our Jakks Pacific King Ghidorah in HD. We also got a look at our big Jakks Pacific. I think this is supposed to be the 24-inch figure, the Godzilla 2014 one, but I can't tell. It might be the small 12-inch Godzilla 2019 figure. I really can't tell. We also have the 3.5-inch Godzilla and Ghidorah figures, and then we do have a whole bunch of images of Rodan. I don't know why there's 3 HD images for Rodan and not really for anyone else, but we have them now. We got 3 new HD images of our boy Rodan. Yeah, Bandai should really just resculpt it so that the Rodan looks like this Jakks Pacific Rodan, but they won't, so we have to live with it. Also, these Jakks Pacific Godzilla figures have been spotted in stores already, which is weird because they're supposed to come out in April, but they're already in stores in some countries, so some people are getting their hands on these guys early. The big story, we're here. This is another one that's kind of insane because although we have an answer now and it's out in the open, Michael Dougherty has told us, people still don't believe him. They're like, whatever, he's lying to us. No, he's not. He's not lying to you. Michael Dougherty, in a recent interview with someone whose name I can't pronounce, is it Ingahaiho? Ingahaiho, I don't know. Ingahaiho, that's what we're gonna say, magazine, in a recent interview with them, and I haven't seen the scans of this yet. Gamora Island hasn't provided those yet. They'll probably get those out soon, so we'll cover them when they do. In that interview, apparently he does confirm that there are, at the very least, no more Toho Monsters in the trailers. That's not to say that there aren't in the movie, but there aren't. There's only the 4. But I think he says the monsters that we've seen in the trailers are not Toho Monsters. It's not Anguirus, 100% confirmed. It's not Kumonga, 100% confirmed. In the movie, there's only going to be the 4 Toho Monsters. There's only going to be Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah. There's not going to be like, oh, Destroyer shows up, Gigan shows up, Biollante makes an appearance. It's not going to happen. But people don't believe him. They just refuse. They refuse to accept it. And so now, we live in a society. People won't, they just won't come around to it. They can't. I don't know why they can't, but it's like they put out this statement, Gamora Wyland posted about it, and it was followed up with people being like, oh, it's not Kumonga? But it still could be though, right? Oh, but you're saying it's confirmed to not be? Well, it probably still is though. It still is Kumonga, I'm telling you. It is. Guys, we can't live in denial any longer. We have to accept it. There's only the 4. There's only the 4. Let's accept it and move on. There's so much more to be excited about in this movie than these cameo monsters that are going to have all of 2 seconds of screen time. Even someone at school, one of my friends, shout out to you. I'd say your name, but I don't want to expose you and me. One of my friends comes up to me and let's see if he watches this video. He's like, hey, I disagree with one thing you said about the new monsters we're seeing in the trailer. I think that's all the screen time we're going to get of them. I think what we've seen is all we're gonna see of them in the movie. That is entirely possible. He could be right. I still think they'll probably show up a little bit more. They'll probably be fully revealed and then that'll be it. That's all we're going to see of them. But he has a point. That image of that big mountain monster coming up, that could be the only time we see him in the whole movie. And I really think it's going to be in a montage at the very end of like, I don't know, Godzilla defeats Ghidorah and then the monsters are like, oh god, Ghidorah is dead, we can finally come out. He was the one that made us go into hibernation. Something like that might happen and they'll all rise up. I'm just saying it's going to be at the very end of the movie. They're going to be cameos. It wouldn't make sense for them to be Toho Monsters. They are 100% confirmed not to be Toho Monsters. Let's please just move on. There's so much more to be hyped about in this movie than that. But anyways, that does it for this video. I want to give a quick warning that I am going to be out of town, but from Sunday to Wednesday. Wednesday will be the first time I get a chance to make a video. Sunday I leave like really early in the morning, so I will have no videos to make on Sunday. Anything that comes out in the meantime was pre-recorded or probably recorded today after I make this video. I can probably only get like 1 or 2 videos done in that time, so if there's any big news that drops, I won't be able to cover it for a few days. I apologize, that's just the way the world works. You can keep up with me on Instagram though, because that's where I'll probably be posting if anything big drops. Twitter, I might, but I don't know. I don't have the mobile app for Twitter and I don't really want to download Twitter mobile, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, guys, that does it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. D-Man, out.